Campbell's Cleaning Queens, welcome back to my channel. Today you're seeing a video of me going with Coline Cleans again on another cleaning expedition. This house we went to is the house of an elderly resident who has had quite a few difficult, tragic things happen in their history. So they need a little bit of help getting back on their feet.
And this is much better. Yeah. Boom.
I'm not sure how large this house was because we only stepped into the kitchen. We only had a few hours this day to clean, so we only did the kitchen. And unfortunately, we didn't have time to take out appliances and clean behind and under them. We didn't clean inside the fridge or the cabinets. So we did all of what we were able to do at that moment. And this was a really super fun cleaning. I'm so glad that she let me go along with her. Coline is the queen of clean, let me tell you. She did the majority of the work in this cleaning. I only did the stove, the countertop, cabinets. I did some dishes, but she was all over this kitchen. She was helping me here, as you can see, at the countertop. She took care of everything on the wall behind me, the wall underneath the window. She cleaned the window itself and then all of the spider webs on the ceiling. She is a self-described bulldozer, and that is very accurate. Honestly, she's a cleaning tornado, like in the best of ways. She's a tornado that comes through, and after she comes through, it's clean. And I think maybe she won't be happy for me to tell you this, but this is her biggest cleaning secret. Her majestic ability to spin kick the dirt out of the house. Her spin kicks, you wouldn't believe the impeccable form that she has when she does these spin kicks. The dirt doesn't stand a chance when she gets in the house. And, you know, I've been with her for a few cleanings, and I'm trying to learn the ways of the master. I'm trying to learn her perfect spin kick technique. But, of course, I'm just a novice, so there's just some parts of it that I just haven't gotten down yet. I think in particular there's a certain angle of the hip rotation that it takes to be able to spin kick properly and with the correct amount of force. And it's just something I haven't been able to master yet. It just takes time, it takes practice. So I'm going with Coline again very soon for another cleaning. And you'll see the footage then, and we'll see how my spin kick has improved at that point.
But they have really expensive. Okay. That's another fridge. We're not cleaning this one.
No.
No. You can smell my love. Yay!
She is so funny. She's so funny to clean with. She's always bursting out singing and just being silly and so unserious sometimes. I love it. Here she is again helping me on my side of the kitchen. I mean, she was just everywhere. Like, she really is the queen. This is a fun little moment here, kind of the behind the scenes of social media content creation, behind the scenes of taking photos and videos for my Instagram. And here I am starting the stovetop, which you'll see more of that later. But that stovetop was really one of my most favorite things I've ever cleaned. Here Coline is getting rid of some of the nastiest dishes from the bottom of the sink. I don't even know how long they've been sitting there. But we saved the majority of the dishes, which I washed later, but some of them were just too contaminated, too far gone, and just need to be replaced. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the spider crawling on the wall from behind the sink. I am in the wrong profession to be afraid of spiders. Ugh, I can't even look at it. Bitch, bye. Now, here we are back at the stovetop. Like I said, this was so fun to clean. And the before and after difference is really huge. Yum! The house we're in today is owned by an elderly resident. And as you can see, we're wearing full hazmat suits, including masks. And this is because the resident used to own numerous birds. So there was all kinds of bird feed and feathers and dustified bird poop everywhere. So we thought it would just be safest if we especially had masks for this job. I love seeing the difference of cleaning the tile here. It goes from brown to white. Here I'm starting to clean the countertop, and this was real grimy. It was like kind of like a sedimentary layer on top of the surface. So this was also really fun to clean. And you can see the living room off to the side of the kitchen here. Although I only entered the kitchen, I could see this part of the living room and see how hoarded and cluttered it was. But on this day, we didn't have any time to do anything except what we did in the kitchen. So the rest of the house probably looks the same as the living room. but at least we were able to do something to make a difference in the kitchen. Here you can see Coline at work on the other side of the kitchen while I'm still rooted in place. And I can really notice when I watch myself in these videos how systematic I am when I'm cleaning, which I think is really interesting. I think I've always had a very systematic way of thinking and working, and I really like to get into the details. Here on the left-hand side, upper left-hand side of the screen, you can see that there's a calendar open to 2015. I think the resident had a number of tragic things happen around that time, so you can see how the world stopped for them, it seems like. I think it happens quite often in cases like this where some large event happens and people physically stop. If they have a physical calendar, they physically stop moving the calendar forward. And they also don't upkeep their housework, and it compiles on itself for years at a time. And you can always kind of notice by the state of the home, and then also if there's a calendar up, when shit hit the fan. And here's Coline all over the place, absolutely slapping the dirt out of there. And like I said, she's going to be teaching me her ways of slapping the dirt, spin kicking it. I really have a lot to learn from her. She's really the master, and I will get it. I will get it right. I will learn the perfect slapping force. I will learn the perfect spin kick, hip thrust angle, and I will get it too. I promise. Here I'm doing the final details of the stovetop. I mean, just look at the difference. It's white. It's a totally different color. This was one of the most fun things I've ever cleaned. And you can see I'm not an experienced social media girly because I never remembered to move the camera to the right angle to show what I was doing. Please forgive me. But trust me, the front of the stove also went from orange to white. Here I'm doing the final touches on the countertop before applying bleach all over the surface to disinfect. This surface needed a good disinfecting. And then, believe it or not, after this, then it was time for me to do the dishes. And even though we got rid of a few dishes that couldn't be saved, I did all of the rest of the residents' dishes by hand, no dishwasher. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it took me about 25 years to finish the dishes at this sink. But I don't have any footage of me washing the dishes because nobody needs to see that. If I had to pick a least favorite part of cleaning, it might be doing dishes. If I had to pick a favorite, I think it might be kitchens or showers, because those are, the hot spots of the house. They get grimy really fast, and they typically provide really good before and after shots. .3M, please sponsor me. I'm giving you a lot of free advertising in this video. Here we go. Here's a small clip of me finishing up the dishes. You can see the huge amount that I have on the right-hand side already done. This shot is really giving serial killer vibes, but it looks like I'm the serial killer. Okay, now it's time for the before and after. Always when I'm doing these cleanings, I totally forget what it looked like beforehand, so it's really good to have the before photos and videos. So here's what it looked like before the cleaning, and man, he needed some help. Then here's the after. Not even recognizable. You can see the living room. We didn't even touch it. No time. But the kitchen is looking fabulous. The stove is white. The sink is shiny. The tiles are white. Dishes are done. It's a real functional kitchen again. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye! Yes, it's recording. Here I'm starting to clean. Blah, 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 blah. Here I'm starting to clean.